Howdy, partners. Cowboy Raymond here with Cowboy Reviews. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing no cowboy reviews. I just actually like my cowboy hat, and I brought it with me to work today. But there was one thing I want to talk about, and it's that elbow, the inside part of your arm. I want to talk about how to keep that in a better position, and I'm going to do that here in a minute, so stay tuned. All right, so I had a young lady come in here from the Detroit area, a very prominent bowler, somebody that has been bowling for a little while, Tamika Glenn, who is a left-handed, solid bowler, and she's getting ready to bowl some of the bigger events. And so I had to refit her hand, get her ready to practice. She had some ring finger pain. But one of the things that I really noticed that she did was she had a habit of getting her hand inside through the swing, and then she couldn't recorrect enough to get her hand to the inside to roll through it. She liked to really roll over the top of the ball, which did create a little bit of motion, but it never created the motion early enough on the lane. So for you left-handers, it's just thinking about the point of the elbow. If I show you this way, it's here, and then your hand stays inside and rolls through it. For the right-handers, it's the same thing, except the opposite way around. The elbow goes inward, this way, and all the way through here. So in order to correct this, you have to think about where your push away goes. A lot of people like to push the ball away and go thumb towards their body. We want to try to push the ball away and go thumb away from the body. Get the point of your elbow to face your belt buckle the entire time. So if you push the ball away and go here, get that point of the elbow into your belt buckle and try to keep the elbow facing you as much as you can. So that way when you come back through, now that elbow stays inside, you see where it's at, all the way through to the inside. And then if you are at the bottom of the swing, then you rotate your hand through and then you're good. Now, if you turn too early, you get to here, and then you start to turn too early, you'll see that's with your shoulders, and then your hand gets to the top side and over the top and around the ball that way. And it's creating nothing but top spin. The ball's going to get down lane and make some funky motion. It's either going to hit friction and hook early, or it's going to hit friction and hook too late. And that's not what we want. We want it to actually blend that pattern out and create good, well-rounded motion all the way through. Make it predictable so that way you don't have to worry about, all right, what's my next shot going to do? Is it going to hook early? Is it going to hook late? We want to be able to know what our bowling ball is going to do. If we're not sharp enough, that's when you run into the bad ball reaction scenario where you have to try and create those more smooth shapes with other bowling balls because your hand's on top of it. Now we got to use stronger layouts, we got to use more surface to get it to be rounded, and either way it still makes it more difficult. So really focus on that elbow. So even if you could even think of the inside of the elbow this way facing outward, or you can think of the point of your elbow facing inward. Either way, it's the thumb straight up in the ball this way, you want it to go this way. Think of trying to push the ball like you're going to go inward. Keep that elbow into your chest this way. Over-exaggerate it. I always tell everybody to over-exaggerate as much as you can to make it to where it makes it easier. It's going to make yourself uncomfortable so that way you can make the change. If you don't over-exaggerate, you're going to think you're actually doing that when in fact you're actually still doing this. So take that however you will. Tamika, I appreciate you coming in. I know you watch all these videos. I figured I'd give you a shout out. She's going to come back. We're going to redo some balls for her as well. But she made me think of this video, made me think like, you know what? I know a lot of bowlers that do this exact same thing, and I need to reiterate this for my audience. So make sure you pay attention to that. If you're not playing your elbow to the inside, your hand can't get to the inside very easily. And the other thing would be the equator. If your hand's not to the inside of the ball, it's very hard to get your fingers below the equator. If your hand's to the outside, your hand's more likely going to be on top of the ball and above the equator rather than below. So keep this in mind. I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all watching. Don't mind my dirty shirt. I know I was just working. So until next time, this is Cowboy Reviews from the LTC channel. I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later.